The Marsh King's Daughter. It's either the best advertisement for camping in the marshes or the worst advertisement for camping in the marshes. Hi, my name is Ryan Lane, and welcome to my review channel. So for today's movie, I will be reviewing The Marsh King's Daughter, directed by Neil Berger and starring Daisy Ridley, Ben Mendelsohn, and Garrett Hedlund. Anyway, the story follows Helena, played by Daisy Ridley. Helena, she seems like your otherwise typical suburban mom. She has an office job, she reads bedtime stories to her daughter, and she attends obligatory office parties with her husband Stephen, played by Garrett Hedlund. But all is not as it seems. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a movie. Helena, she constantly hides her tattoos. She uses foundation to cover up some removed facial tattoos, and that she received at the hands of her caring yet abusive father, who kept her trapped along with her mother in the woods for nearly a decade. And now her abusive father, known to her as Jacob, played by Ben Mendelsohn, but to the rest of society as the Marsh King, has now escaped from jail after 20 years. These series of events will soon force Helena to confront her trauma and her father, sometimes simultaneously. So the performances are pretty well done. Every cast member gets their chance to shine, and they when they do get their chance, they do a good job of it. Daisy Ridley gives a solid turn as Helena, a woman who learns to leverage her past trauma into strengths by, ironically enough, using the lessons of her abusive father. Bit of the hair of the dog type situation there, but it still lends a lot of depth to her character. And speaking of abusive father, Ben Mendelsohn is chillingly believable as the Marsh King. A caring but abusive father who is manipulative and lies as easily as he breathes. Like, there are moments, like, the film establishes that he lies to his daughter, and the way he tries to brush off, like, basic established facts is just chilling in terms of how he lies without skipping a beat. Very well done there. Also, Gil Birmingham shines as Clark, Helena's adoptive father, who tries to straddle the line between, being there for Helena while also trying to get her to face up to her traumas. And Garrett Hedlund, he also does a good job as Stephen, Helena's husband, who, well, not always the best husband. He does make an effort to support Helena with her trauma. The writing is decent and contains some decent, if admittedly a tad telegraphed, payoffs, especially with regards to the Marsh King himself. The film's pacing strikes a solid balance and somehow even manages to squeeze in an extended prologue that never feels like it drags the pacing down. The one slight issue with the screenplay is that it can be a bit self-serious at times, and which can cause some moments to come off as unintentionally hilarious, particularly during the prologue, especially with regards to Helena when the character is 10 years old. She has some lines that are just made me uncontrollably giggle. Again, they're not terrible. It's just, I don't know. They're the kind of lines that maybe, I don't know. Like, for example, again, like I said, the Marsh King is not a good person, and as a little kid, Helena's been brainwashed into sort of just going along with her father, and like at one point, the police catch up to him, and Helena tries to defend him, saying, "Oh, he's not a bad person." Meanwhile, she literally watched him kill a guy in cold blood. I mean, when she said that, it just made me giggle a little bit. Again, thankfully, these moments are few and far between. The cinematography beautifully captures the marsh settings of which the film takes place in for a pretty good chunk of the runtime. The film also uses wide long shots to help capture the expansive marsh wilderness, and the handheld Cinematography helps sell the danger of the relatively limited but very effective action sequences. And the sound design really helps you immerse yourself in the marshland setting. So, though it might be a tad too self serious at times, The Marsh King's Daughter benefits from Daisy Ridley's solid performance. So, with all that in mind, I will be giving The Marsh King's Daughter 3.5 out of 5 stars. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. If you like this review and would like to see more like it, be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. And for today's comment section prompt of the day, what is your favorite movie starring Daisy Ridley and why?